Hello and welcome to the Geeky Workbench. As you might have guessed, today we're turning a foam blaster into a sci-fi blaster. Let's get to it. I went to our local Euro shop and found this blaster, which looked pretty sci-fi already, don't you think? I like the angular and bulky shapes. And I like that it's not that small even though it's a toy. To transform the blaster, we first have to take the blaster apart. Now that we've disassembled the blaster, we have to sand all the pieces. I loosely put the blaster back together again just to see where I wanted to change things. And I like these pieces from the X-Wing fighter, so they had to go on here. On some parts I use a scribing tool to deepen the panel lines to make it look a bit more realistic. These are the modifications I did before painting. I had some more ideas later. Even though I had sanded all the pieces, the primer didn't stick very well, so in the end I covered all the primed pieces in matte varnish from the spray can, and that secured the paint. For the base coat I used gunmetal and smoke black, which I airbrushed on. In some pieces I just painted with a brush. With the base coat done and secured with matte varnish from the spray can, I decided I wanted to close the opening with a piece of styrene. So I made a small paper template first and then cut it from styrene. And of course I need to add some LEDs, so I need a switch somewhere. Okay, so I wanted to come in here and just quickly talk about where I'm at. So I've got the paint almost ready, and yeah, and I decided to close this opening where the foam projectiles normally would go, and yeah, I made something for it, and there will be LEDs shining through, but still I feel there's something missing. So today I think I want to make a gun sight to go on top of here, and then also take out the unnecessary functions and maybe put some weights in so the gun is a bit heavier. Okay, let's get started. So it's not glued yet, but I think I like where this is going, especially like the inserts here. And yeah, we'll need some brieflies and stuff, but first let's do some gluing. Now it's time to add some details to the gun sight. So for this opening, I made these little inserts by hand with using styrene, and I don't like how they look. They're just not crisp enough. So I scanned them with a scanner and now traced the outsides in Adobe Illustrator, and I'll cut them with a Cricut. And I hope it'll look better now. Okay, so I got the new pieces cut out with the Cricut, but I totally forgot the openings for the LEDs. So I have to do them again, because I don't want to be cutting the openings by hand. It won't be crisp, it won't be straight, so I'll do it again. Yeah, and when I say the Cricut cuts the pieces for me, I mean score, because I have to cut it by myself. I just can follow these lines and it makes it easier, but I still have to cut it myself. I think it's totally worth it doing them all again with the help of the Cricut. Now it's time to take out all the mechanical pieces I won't be needing anymore. Now that the blaster is nearly done, I can finish up with all the soldering of the LEDs. I made a little battery holder I could hide on the outside of the blaster, so I wouldn't have to open the blaster just to change the battery. I glued in some bolts, screws and washers with super glue and then fixed them in place with hot glue, just to give it a bit more weight. Adding some details and weathering, and then we're done. And this is the finished blaster. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this project, make sure to subscribe because there will be more. Thanks for watching and see you again next time.